That'd be great. So because this is a class that's mostly based off participation, your grade is, I think 80% of your attendance is 80% of your grade. So this semester, what that looks like is, you know, either being on Zoom or being in class. Usually it would be more like being in physical class and doing the yoga and just being respectful and doing what you need to do. So it's a little different this semester, but if you have missed any classes, you need to make it up by going on YouTube. I've recorded all of our classes. They're all posted there. And I'll know if you've watched them. It's important for you to email me after, tell me like, oh, you know, Professor Morrow, I wasn't in class last Tuesday, the 15th, and I watched the videos and I did the practice and blah, blah, blah. So that's really important. Most of you who are here are doing all that you need to do. So thank you for that. So we're gonna do about an hour and 15-minute little practice today, do a little lecture, and then we'll be done. And hopefully some of you enjoyed getting to sleep in. Does anyone have any questions about attendance or attendance policy or like makeups or anything like that? Is that clear?
I'll find out exactly how much.
What was that? Oh, maybe I need to unmute you. I'm gonna unmute you guys, unmute all. Does anyone have any specific questions about attendance, makeup, any of that? Okay, cool. So we'll get started. So please set aside your cell phone or anything that might be distracting and come onto your mat if you don't have a yoga mat. I don't know, just some floor space. And please turn your video so I can see your body. It's not like pointed up at the ceiling or whatever. And please turn your video on. So let's begin lying on the back. So come down, lie down, let your legs go long, kind of fall out. Let your arms come out by your sides, palms facing up, and let your arms be kind of away from your body. Close your eyes. And then start to really transition into the space. So coming onto the mat in an intentional way. Good. Now, as we come into the space together, I want you to invite in whatever you're feeling right now. So if you're feeling disoriented or stressed, whatever is going on, just really arrive and be here. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And let a deep breath out through your mouth. So deep breath in. And a big sigh out. A couple more like that. So think about a cleansing exhale, breathing in and letting go. Full breath in, full breath out. And we'll start by doing just a little body scan. So bring your attention to the top of the head, and like there was water flowing down your body, you start to notice from the top of the head all the way down, down, down. Notice if there's tension or stress or tightness or soreness at any place. And as you scan, maybe just noticing if you feel really open or relaxed. So just paying attention here. Breathing in, letting go. And then taking the time to maybe think about what you need from your practice this morning. How do you want to feel during class or after? We'll do kind of a nice gentle stretch class today. So today, if you don't know, is the fall equinox, the autumn equinox. So it's the first day of fall. And it's so important to really notice changes in the weather, changes in ourselves and our bodies. So especially as we're in this time where we want to stay as healthy as possible very often, it's important as the seasons change and we start to go inside more that we're taking really good care of ourselves and staying healthy. And a great way to boost the immune system to stay healthy is by relaxing the nervous system. Really, everyone's nervous system is pretty jacked up right now. See if you can really come into the space and let your breath calm you down. You can kind of imagine if you were like hugging someone you're really close to, or when you see someone, you just think, ah. So really kind of embrace this feeling of relaxation. So take one more deep breath here, lying down. And now bring your feet together at the bottom of the mat and stretch your arms up and overhead. So lengthen your body from the top to the bottom, stretch. And then bend your knees and hug them into your chest. Give yourself a gentle rock from side to side, a little back and forth. You can kind of pull your knees in and then release, circle. And then place your feet down on the floor with your knees bent, arms long. Breathe in. Exhale. Deep breath in. Big breath out. Now cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Flex your right foot so you can kind of draw your right knee out and away from you. And then lift your legs and bring your hand behind your left leg if you can. Or just kind of draw your legs towards one another and start to feel that stretch in outer right hip. Maybe up into your glute muscles. Breathe. And then slowly release and place your feet back down on the mat, knees bent, and then sway your knees a little side to side, gentle swish and sway. Good, and then finding center across your left ankle over your right thigh, flex your foot. Think about kind of drawing your knee out and open, and then draw your legs back in towards you, maybe grabbing behind your right thigh. So pushing that knee out and away. Good, deep stretch in the outer left hip, breathe. One more breath here. And then slowly release the legs. Place your feet down with your knees bent, sway your knees from side to side. And then bring your hands behind your thighs, rock a little up and down along the spine, up and down. And then rock your way all the way up to come into a seated position. Good. Comfortable cross-legged pose, sitting nice and tall. With your hands on your knees, just adjust your seat a little. So kind of shift from side to side. Good, and then shift a little back and forward. Good, and then come to find a nice tall spine. So shoulders over your hips, crown of the head is lifting, and then really ground into your hands. Let your hands rest on your knees or your thighs. And just take a moment here to do what we call intention setting. So set an intention for your practice. Maybe a word you want to focus on, or a phrase or a feeling, how you want to feel today during class, maybe after. You want to show up for the people around you. You can choose a word like strength, calm, peace, balance. Good. Take a deep breath in. Big breath out. And then placing your hands together in front of your heart, kind of sealing that intention in. Breath in. Exhale. And then press your palms together. Stretch your arms up and over. Good. And then reach your arms out and down. Good. Place your hands on your knees and start to make some circles through your spine here. Elbows can bend and then straighten, kind of moving a little side to side, forward and back. And you might notice maybe tension in your legs and your hips and your back and your shoulders. Just gently warming up, yeah. And then pause and switch to go the other direction. Nice gentle circles, maybe the arms kind of bend to your sides. You can move through your chest. Good, and then kind of slowing your circles down, come back to sit tall with the hands and knees. Round your spine, shift back. Maybe let your chin drop into your chest. Good, come up to seated and then arch your spine, shift forward, draw your shoulders down your back. Good, and then again, hands on your knees, round your spine, shift back, chin to chest. Good, lift up, arch your spine, shift forward. Good, come back to the center as you sit tall. Let your arms come down by your sides. And then inhale, let your arms stretch out to the sides and up. And then exhale, slowly let your arms float out and down, connecting the breath and the movement. Inhale, arms stretch out and up. And then exhale, float your arms out and down. Moving on now, inhale, stretch your arms out and up. And now take an easy twist over to the right. Maybe right hand behind your back, left hand outside the knee. Inhale as you sit tall, and then exhale, twist. Again, inhale, exhale. Good, then turn to face forward. Let your right hand come down, stretch your left arm up and over. Good, little side bend, maybe you can pull your top shoulder back, open through your chest, you can roll your top wrist around. Good, then look towards your right knee and gently fold down over your right leg. Maybe your chest is kind of over your thighs, you can be on your fingertips. And here as you fold, it might even feel good to move your spine up and down. You can gently rock your hips, breathe. And then lift onto your fingertips and walk your hands through to center. Come down into a fold over your crossed legs. And if you're really tight, you can stay higher up. Just breathe deeply into exactly where you're feeling the stretch. So you can direct your attention exactly to that place. One more. And then slowly walk your hands in, lift your chest up, squeeze your shoulders up towards your ears, circle around, back and down. Good, then bring your hands to the outside the knees, plant your feet down, bring your hands behind your back, and then gently windshield wiper your knees from side to side, a little swish and swish. Good, come center, press into your hands, and then lift your hips up. Press hands down, feet down, press into a reverse table. Good, and then lower back down. Cross your legs again, this time switch the direction of your cross. So bring your left leg in front if you had your right one in front before. Good, let your arms stretch down by your sides, nice tall spine. Good, inhale, reach the arms out and up. And then exhale, twist to the left. Inhale as you lengthen your spine, sit tall. And then exhale, twist, gaze back. Again, breathe in. Exhale. And then turn to face forward, lower your left hand down, switch your right arm up and over. Good, draw your top shoulder back, maybe roll out your top wrist. You can look down and look up with your neck. Good, lift back up and then turn over your left knee. Let your hands come down, or your forearms, maybe chin to chest. Good, settle here, shift side to side, maybe roll your spine up and down. And breathe, soften. And then lifting up onto your fingertips, walk your way to center and fold over your shins. So it might feel like a slightly different stretch for your hips there. So just notice. Good, one more breath. And then gently roll back up to seated, lifting tall through your spine, sitting tall, shrug your shoulders up, and drop your shoulders down. Deep breath in, shoulders squeeze. Exhale, shoulders drop. One more time, inhale, shoulders squeeze up, and then circle your shoulders around, back and down. Couple big shoulder circles, there you go. Good, and shake a little at the bottom. And one more time, uncross your legs, place your feet down, bend your knees. Hands behind you, just sway your knees a little side to side. Back and forth, back and forth, good. Come to center and now cross your ankles and roll over your knees to press back to child's pose. Good, big toes touch, knees go wide, hips to the heels, stretch the arms forward. Maybe let your forehead rest on the mat if it can, and just notice where you feel the stretch here. If it's in your hips, along your back, good. So you're in child's pose right now, good. See if you can really stretch your arms forward. And then see if in this position you can send your breath into the back body. So maybe finding expanding the ribs out to the sides. Breathing in, letting go. See if you can calm yourself, quiet and center. Yeah, if it feels like too much, you can always come out and just be in tabletop. And take one more really deep breath here. Remember, you can always rest in child's pose or lie on your back in Shavasana if you need, if you're really tired today. Otherwise, see if you can start to move with me. As you're ready, rise up to all fours, tabletop position. Good. See if you can create a nice flat back here. And then tuck your toes and arch your spine, cow. Good. Stick your hips up, your butt up, gaze forward, press the mat away. Good. Now point your toes and around your spine for cat. Round, 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 press the floor away, chin to chest. Good, and then inhale, draw your shoulders down your back, arch your spine, tuck your toes, shift forward, maybe look up. Good, point your toes, exhale, round your spine, chin to chest, hollow out the belly. Good, tuck your toes, arch your spine, cow. Good, point your toes, around your spine, cat. Good. Come back to neutral, tabletop position. Stretch your right leg back behind you. Pause there. And then kind of flex your foot like you're stomping your footprint on the wall behind you. You can point your foot. Good. Now see if you can add to the balance and stretch your left arm forward. Opposite arm and leg. Reach. Good. And then lower back to all fours. Table, rock your hips side to side. Good, find center, and then tuck your left toes first on this side and kind of stretch the back of the leg there with your toes tucked underneath you. Good, now lift your left leg up to about hip height. Good, draw your front body to your back body, and then hold here with that left leg extended. There you go. Balance. Good, now see if you can add on and reach your right arm forward. Opposite arm and leg. Lengthen. Very nice, everyone. Beautiful. And then back down all fours, tabletop position. Rock your hips a little side to side. Good, again, stretch your right leg back and your left arm forward. So don't look at me, I'm gonna watch you. Good, now see from here, you can bend your elbow and your knee and pull everything into center. Inhale, squeeze in. And then exhale, reach it out, forward and back. Get long, good. Inhale, elbow to knee, draw in. Nice. Exhale, reach it forward and back. Last one, inhale, elbow and knee, draw to center. Reach forward and back. And then a little bonus move, option to bend your knee and reach back, grab your foot, maybe kick up. You got this, Kaylee. Maybe you can do it, maybe not. Bend your knee, reach back. Maybe grab your foot and kick it. Anybody? Yeah, good. And then release, lower down all fours, shake it out. Okay, other side, stretch your left leg back, your right arm forward, and hold here, find your balance. Good, lengthen your spine. So this is bilateral movement, opposite sides of the body, really good. Now inhale and pull everything to center, elbow, knee, curl in. Exhale, stretch forward and back. 2 more. Inhale, elbow, knee, squeeze in. Exhale, reach forward and back. Last one, elbow, knee, draw in. Reach it forward and back, extend. Now hold it here or bend your knee and reach back so you can grab the foot and kick up. Lift, 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 kick, kick, kick. Good, awesome. And then lower back to all fours, tabletop position. Rock your hips side to side. Good, now looking down at your hands, spread your fingers wide. Really root into the base of the fingers, the knuckles, so you can press your whole hand right down from fingertips to the heels of the hands. Good, now tuck your toes and lift your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Ferris's favorite pose, downward facing dog. And if downward dog doesn't feel good, just stay in tabletop position. If you're in downward dog, start to move your body around in a way that feels good. So lower your right heel, let your left knee bend. Lower your right heel, let your left knee, left heel right. So just pedal out your feet, move your hips maybe a little side to side. Think about pressing your chest towards your thighs. Good, pedal and pedal, moving side to side. Good, and then pausing here, pause. Good, shift forward into a high plank position. High plank pose, and then hold it here. Super strong hold. Shoulders over your wrists, hips in line with your shoulders. Pause, super strong, long neck gazing forward. Good, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Again, lifting onto your tippy toes, ripple forward, plank, high plank pose. Good, press the floor away. Good, now drop to your knees. Send your hips back towards your heels and then shift forward, modified plank. So straight line from your knees to your shoulders, bend your elbows lower, yogi push up. Good, come all the way to the belly, point your toes and rise up for cobra, find a back bend. Good, then press back into child's pose and let your palms face up, let your forehead rest. Is Marissa here? Marissa, if you're here, like lift your head and wave at me. Who's that on the bottom? Huh, that's strange. All right, so soften your body, breathing deeply here. Good, one more deep breath. We'll start to get into a little bit more flow. So as you're ready, rise up to table. Spread your fingers wide, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Move your hips around, move your feet, your heels. And now walk your hands back to meet your feet. Come to the back of the mat in a forward fold. Let there be a little bend of your knees, maybe sway side to side. Good, now bending your knees a lot, round your spine all the way to stand. Come all the way up. And then when you come up to stand, bring your shoulders up towards your ears, circle around, back and down, up, around, back and down, up, around, back and down. Give your hands a little shake, shake, shake. Shake out your wrists, your shoulders, and bob your shoulders. You can kind of shake out your legs a little, maybe bob your heels, shake, 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 shake. Shake, 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 shake it, waking everything up. Really go for it, don't hold back. Shake it, shake it, shake, 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 shake. Good, and then stand and ground evenly into your mountain pose. Good, so spreading your toes nice and wide. And really find an even place to stand, standing well. Might seem kind of strange, like we're always standing, but make this really intentional. Kind of line up your body. And then is that bottom row next to Landon, is that River? You can wave at me. I just want to make sure everybody's here. River, yeah, that is you. Okay, your name isn't on there, but I don't know, doesn't matter. Just making sure you're here. Okay, awesome. Sorry to put you on the spot like that. So
it's Wade, not River.
Hi, I see you. Yeah, no worries. I know that there might have been an issue with Zoom. I'm the worst, so thanks everyone. All right, so standing nice and tall, let your arms come down by your sides. Take a full breath in. Let a deep breath out. And then inhale, stretch your arms out to the sides, and then reach your arms up. And then exhale, let your arms come out to the sides and down. So just like we were doing in a seated position, inhale, stretch your arms out to the sides and up. And then exhale, float your arms out to the sides and down. And now look at your feet. Notice if your feet are kind of turned out. See if you can make sure that your toes face forward. Yeah, maybe there's a little bend of your knees. Good. Inhale, stretch your arms out and up. Now take your right hand to your left wrist and then stretch up and over to the right side for another side bend. Good. Come back to center and then switch your grip. Little bend of your knees, stretch up and then over to the left. Good, come back to center, bend your elbows to a T, option for a little bit of a back bend, press your hips forward, chest forward. Good, and then hands come to the mat, forward fold. Bend your knees, let your head drop, maybe sway a little side to side. Now place your left hand down in front of your face, bend your left knee and stretch your right arm towards the sky. For another twist, maybe roll that right wrist around. And then right hand comes down, fold in. Switch, right hand plants, stretch your left arm up, gaze up, maybe roll that left wrist a little bit. Good, left hand comes down, fold in. Bend your knees and slowly round your spine up to stand, lift up, shrug your shoulders up, back and around, maybe shake everything out. Good, and then hands come together at your heart, mountain pose. We're just gonna do a little bit of balance and then come into some nice deep stretches. So walk to the very top of your mat. Good, and then see if you can balance on your left foot, bend your right knee and maybe pull your heel towards your seat for a little bit of a quad stretch, a little thigh stretch in the front of that leg. So see if you can keep your right knee and hip in line. Good, and then release and pull your right knee into your chest. Give it a squeeze and maybe you roll that right ankle a little. Good, and then from here, see if you can balance, extend that right leg out in front of you, hands at your heart. Good, then step your right leg to the back of the mat for crescent lunge. Back heel is lifting. Good, hands can stay at the heart or stretch up overhead. Good, nice deep bend of your front knee, facing forward, settle here, deep breath in. Exhale. Good, now turn to the side of your mat for warrior two. Nice deep bend of your front knee, let your arms stretch out wide, let your shoulders drop down. So your left knee is bending. Good, and then your left toes are facing forward, arms stretch out wide. Good, one more breath here. Now straighten your leg as you reach your arms up, inhale. Exhale, bend and lower down. Inhale, arms and legs straighten. Exhale, bend and lower. One more time, rise up. Lower down, pause at the bottom, and then reverse your warrior, take it back. Right hand down the back leg, left arm goes up and over. Good, come back to your warrior two. Now shift forward, extended side angle, left forearm to thigh. Stretch your right arm up or maybe way overhead. Good, rise back up to warrior two. Now lift your back heel and maybe step your feet closer. Face forward, arms stretch high, crescent lunge. Good, and then step to the top of the mat, bring your feet together and your hands at your heart. Good. Just pause here and maybe notice the difference between your right and your left sides. Breath in, breath out. Good, shift your weight to your right foot, bend your left knee, bring your heel toward your seat. So stretching the front of that leg. Good, so you can keep your knee kind of back in line with your hip, really pulling your heel toward your seat, knees kind of draw towards one another. Good. And then bend your leg and pull your knee into your chest. Maybe circle your ankle a little bit. Good, circle both directions. Good, and then just pause with your knee out in front of you, maybe hands at your heart. Good, then from here, see if you can step that left leg to the back of the mat. Back heel is lifting, arms stretch up high, or you can keep your hands at your heart, crescent lunge. Good, so really think about pulling everything to center, muscles hugging to bones, nice deep bend of your front knee. Good, and then open to the side of the mat for warrior two. Good, front knee is bent super deep. So look down at your body, you want your right toes facing forward, your left toes facing the side. Bend your knees, sit low, arms spread out wide. Good, now inhale, straighten your arms and your legs. Reach up, exhale, bend and lower down. Inhale, arms and legs straighten. Exhale, bend and lower. Again, inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Good, hold it low, stretch through your chest. And then reverse your warrior. Take your left hand down the back leg. Right arm maybe goes up and over. Good, come back up, warrior two. Shift forward, extended side angle, right forearm to thigh. Left arm can stretch up, maybe way over. Good, rise back up, warrior two. Good, lift your back heel. Facing forward again, crescent. Good, step to the top of the mat, mountain pose. Good, breath in, breath out. Good, with your feet together, lower your arms, bend your knees, place your hands on your knees, and circle your knees around like this. Good, and then circle the other way. Good, come up, step your feet a little wider than hip width, and just circle through your hips like you're inside a hula hoop. Notice where and what might feel kind of tight here. Opening up space, circle the other way. Nice big circles. Good, let your body relax and just move naturally. Good, back to center. And now we'll just take one flow to the mat. So inhale with your arms up, stretch high. Good, exhale, hands to the mat, forward fold, let your head drop. Inhale, lengthen your spine as you gaze forward. Good, exhale, plant your hands, step it back, plank. Good, and then from here on your knees, lower chaturanga. Scoot forward to cobra or up dog. Good, and then press back to child's pose. Big toes touch, knees go wide, hips to heels. Soften the back, breathing deeply. Good, rise up to tabletop position. So I'll show you guys here, I have like a bunch of yoga props. So these are yoga blocks, which I don't assume any of you have, but they might be really helpful. And if you don't have blocks, something like water bottles or soup cans or anything like that, if you're extra tight, even like weights might be helpful. So you can always bring them by your side or just stay in table. Stretch your right leg back behind you. And now step your right foot forward between your hands. Good, scoot your back leg back. Good, and then walk your hands back so you're lifted in this low lunge. Maybe hands on top of your front thigh. Good, now see if you can stretch back, straighten your front leg. Good, and then shift forward, bend into your front knee. So shift a little back and shift a little forward. Now shift back and hold that half split stretch. So think right heel towards your left knee, chest over your thigh. You can kind of turn your toes out and point your toes in. So this is a stretch we've done a lot, right? Really good for the body when you point your toes and flex. Maybe if you have a full split in your practice, you can try sliding forward and down. Good, and then from here, shift forward, bend into your front knee, walk your right foot over to the right. Let your hands come inside the foot and drop into a low lunge. So nice deep lunge here. Right foot to the right, hands come inside, maybe you drop to your forearms. And then notice the stretch there, good. Breathe. Soften. Just notice maybe as you hold what the stretch feels like. One more really deep breath here. Good, now you're gonna come back onto your hands from just straight arms and heel toe your right foot over to the left side of the mat for pigeon pose. Good, right knee will come behind your right wrist. Tuck your left toes as you scoot your left leg back. Hands walk in, chest lifts. Good, and then come down. Lower to the elbows, the forearms, maybe all the way down. And then if this feels like really uncomfortable for your knee or anything, come onto your back and then cross your right ankle over your left thigh, hands behind your leg for figure four. So just like we were doing at the beginning of class, that might actually feel better on some of your bodies than traditional pigeon. Good. Yeah, nice, Logan. Good, now see if you can close your eyes and really settle. Take a deeper breath in. And let a full breath out. Let your body really relax into the pose. Breathe in. Let it go. Take another full breath here. Inhale. Exhale. And then from here, walk your hands in and lift your chest up. If you're on your back, you can just kind of stay on your back. Good. Now roll to the right hip. You're going to turn to face you and sit on the outside of the right hip. Bring your left knee in. So your right foot and left thigh is kind of towards one another. So the knees are kind of out. Good. So you'll see that right leg is an external rotation. The left leg is an internal rotation. And now I'm just going to fold down over your legs. And again, maybe you feel some interesting sensation in the hips here. Good, breathing deep. Good, now walk your hands in, lift your chest up and unravel your legs. Bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees come apart for Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. You can wrap your hands around your feet and maybe in between your toes. Good, and then as you're ready, lower. The elbows press onto the calves or the thighs. You can even press your hands onto your thighs to drop your legs down. So deep stretch, and it might feel really calming to be in this forward folding position. It's kind of a, should feel a sense of calm for the whole nervous system to let yourself settle, go inward. Good, slowly come back up to seated, sit nice and tall, and then shift your hips away from your feet a little bit more and shift your feet forward. So when you look at your legs, they kind of look like a diamond. You can kind of wiggle your hips back a little and then fold forward again. This time, maybe your hands come underneath your calves, palms up. And see if you can connect and tap into a really quiet place. We'll just hold this for another minute. If the fold doesn't feel good in your body, you can just pause, lift back up, and have a long spine. Otherwise, see if you can stay here. Good, relaxing the back, relaxing your jaw, maybe the forehead, muscles of the face. Really feel that sensation move down into your hips. Final breath here. Now slowly walk your hands in, lift your chest up, lengthen your spine, pausing at the top, breath in. Exhale. Bring your hands to the outsides of the knees, draw your legs back in. Place your hands down behind you with your knees bent, sway the knees from side to side. Once again, rock back and forth. And if you want, you can come into a back bend. So reverse your fold, press your hands, lift your chest. Good, lower down. And now cross at your ankles and roll over your knees to make your way back into tabletop position on all fours. Good, in this tabletop, circle your hips back towards your heels. Shift to the side and then forward and around. So nice big circles here. And then switch to go the other direction. Again, moving through your hips, your ribs. Good, and then find center table. Breath in, exhale. Stretch your left leg back behind you, and then step your left foot forward. Drop your back knee down. Again, if you have yoga blocks or some sort of props, you can bring them by your side. Walk your hands back, lift your chest up, low lunge. Good, and really notice where you feel that stretch. Scoot your right leg back a little further. Make sure your front knee is right down the center of your mat, not to the side. Good, so hands frame the leg. Good, now straighten your front leg, shift your hips back. Bend into your front knee as you shift the hips forward. Again, shift your hips back. Shift your hips forward. And then last time, shift your hips back and hold that half split position. So left heel drawing towards your right knee, chest over your thigh. You can turn your toes out and in, flex and point. Lower your chest down a little bit more. Breathe and notice. And notice where the stretch moves in the body. Really good. Take one more breath here. And then as you're ready, shift forward, bend into your front knee, come into a low lunge. So walk that left foot over to the left. Bring your hands down inside the leg. Maybe you can even drop to your forearms. Otherwise, just kind of stay with your hands pressing. Maybe you even take a little bit of a twist here. Just notice how that feels in your body. Good, breathe. Let's see if you can make your breath a little bit deeper. Ali, are you there? Oh yeah, you're just like deep down the stretch. Okay, just checking. Awesome. Good. And you can kind of close your eyes, let your head drop, relaxing. If it doesn't feel relaxing, see if you can just breathe a little bit deeper into it. Good, and then as you're ready, straighten your arms. Heel toe your left foot over to the right side of your mat for pigeon pose. Good. Walk your hands in, lift your chest up, get nice and tall, and then lower down. Come to the elbows or the forearms or all the way down. And remember, you can also do this lying on your back in figure four, crossing your left ankle over your right thigh, hands behind the leg. And then let yourself really be here with the stretch. Be here in your body. Notice if there's kind of an urge to wiggle or move, and see if you can get still and quiet as you breathe even deeper. Good. Relaxing any place that might feel tight, the jaw or the forehead or any muscles in the face. Letting go here. Notice where your thoughts are right now. And if they're anywhere wandering in the future or the past, see if you can bring your thoughts right into this moment, into your body. Breathing in, letting go. Take your last deepest breath here. If you're kind of lying forward, walk your hands in, lift your chest up. You're gonna roll to the outside of the left hip, turn to the side of the mat, bring your left foot kind of in front of your right knee for deer pose. So your right leg is kind of turned in and your left leg is turned out. Good, bring your hands out in front of you and see if you can fold and maybe feel a stretch there. You can kind of move yourself over to the left, move yourself over a little to the right. And just breathe. And then slowly walk your hands in, lift your chest up, lengthen your spine, pause. And then unravel and stretch both of your legs forward out in front of you. Stretch your legs straight and give your legs a little shake, 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 wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. You can even kind of place your hands on your legs and kind of shake them out. Move a little, kind of do a couple like brushes up and down the fronts of the legs, shake it out. Good, and sitting nice and tall with your legs straight, reach your arms up and then reach forward towards your toes. Maybe chest goes over your thighs, pull your toes back towards your face. And then slowly roll back up, bring your shoulders up towards your ears, circle around, back and down. Good, let's come down onto the back. So as you're ready, scoot forward, face forward. Let your arms come out and slowly roll down. Nice and slow, taking your time coming onto your back. Bend your knees into your chest and rock side to side. Good, hug your knees in and then release. Squeeze in and release. And then bend your knees, reach up, grab the outsides of the feet for happy baby pose, Ananda Balasana. And if you can't grab the feet, just grab behind your thighs. Good, think about drawing the knees down outside the ribs. Maybe you straighten one leg or the other, pull your feet in, rock, whatever feels good. And then stretch your legs up and your arms up and give everything a nice big shake. Shake, shake, shake it. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Shake, shake, shake. Keep shaking, shaking, shaking. Good, and then still you're shaking, bend your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Good, place your feet down, lift your hips, and then move your hips over to the right. Bend your knees and bring your knees over to the left. Open the arms out to a T for a spinal twist. We'll stay here for a full minute. So feeling your spine lengthen, twist, and open. Notice where you feel a stretch here, if it's in your chest, your shoulder, your hip. Let all muscles of the face relax. The forehead, the jaw, and the mouth. Let everything be soft, heavy. And as you're ready, slowly come back to center. Place your feet down, kind of lift your hips back and place your hips at center. Pause here, walk your feet out and drop your knees in. And then walk your feet directly underneath your knees. Lift your hips up, move your hips to the left, hug your knees in, and drop your knees over to the right for spinal twist. Arms stretch out, gaze to the left. Body is relaxed here, nice and heavy. And notice if you feel a stretch here in the chest, maybe in your hip, maybe in the mid back. Just breathe and notice. Take it in. Take another deep breath. Finish the exhale all the way to the end. And then bring your knees back into center. Place your feet down. Place your hips right underneath you. Hug your knees in, rock side to side. And then curl your upper body up. Bring your nose towards your knees, squeeze. And then release everything down for final Shavasana resting pose. Now, if it doesn't feel comfortable for you to just lie flat on your back, you can always bend your knees and place your feet down. Let your arms be long, let your head be heavy. So some say the most important pose in our practice, allowing the body to rest and kind of receive all the benefits of this class. Start to systematically relax the body, starting at the top of the head and kind of scanning and moving all the way down through the torso, down to the hips, out through the arms, the legs and the feet. Relax. And let go of any thoughts, let the mind get still. Deep rest. See if you can keep yourself really still here. Almost feel your energy heavy. Your skin soften off the muscles. Let your muscles soften off the bones and allow your bones to just feel really heavy, and maybe take some time to notice how this practice has landed in your body, in your system. Maybe any difference between how you feel now, how you felt when you first began. And as you're ready, gently start to wiggle the fingers. Slowly start to move your hands, your wrists, your toes, and roll the ankles a little. And then stretch your arms up and your feet down. Reach your body top to bottom, stretch. And then bend your knees in, give yourself a squeeze, a little hug, rock side to side. And then gently just roll to your right side and pause there. And then as you're ready, take your time to press your way up into a seated position. Comfortable cross-legged pose, sitting tall, or you can have your legs extended out straight. Good. With a long spine, just kind of pausing once again, noticing. Full breath in, full breath out. And then bring your hands together in front of your heart, palms touch. Just close your practice here in a spirit of gratitude, deep gratitude to this body and this practice today, and anyone or anything you feel extra grateful for. Namaste. All right, great job, everybody. I'm glad we all made it to the right video. So the other Hannah, Hannah M is here. Hannah J is not here, looks like. Deja and Marissa. So none of you guys are here, huh? Okay. So since there's only 25 minutes left in class, we're just gonna kind of move right through. And if you need to take a little break right now, you can. If you need to like grab some water or whatever you might need to do. And then we'll just kind of, if you want to like get up and move around, and then we're just gonna come right into our lecture section of practice. So I'm just gonna open up where I keep track of attendance. Today is the 22nd. I hope you're all registered to vote. So Bailey's here, Sabrina's here, Maria's here, Slade, Kaylee, Logan, Ferris, Tyler, Landon. Marissa's not here. Hannah M. Hannah J is not. Deja's not. Hannah M. River, Brooklyn, Ollie, Elizabeth, and Susan. Okay, cool. So does anyone have any questions about like final assignments? So our last class is next Thursday. So some of you still need to send me your journal entries, and you'll have 4 more, including today. You know, most of you do a really good job, like short journal entries, like a mindfulness journal of what you thought of the practice, how your body feels. I can do another announcement too with these last assignments. You can chime, I think you guys can unmute yourself. So if you all just unmute, if anyone has any questions, let me know about that assignment. And then your reading, I posted a packet on Moodle a while ago. It's not super long and it's kind of just a history of yoga. And I would like you all to read that. And there's also a couple reading assignments in your book I posted a while ago. Does everyone have a book at this point? You should have gotten it a while ago. And I know some people are having issues with the bookstore. So there's also a couple short readings I planned out for you. And then what we were talking about on Thursday with the Yoga Sutras, there's a whole commentary of the Yoga Sutras in here. It starts on page 149. If that's something that interests you, you can kind of dive a little bit deeper into that. And just, I'll repeat myself, if you have missed class, please make it up on YouTube. So watch the class and then email me after. I'll know you've watched the whole thing because there's like little parts that will indicate to me that you've watched it when you email me to let me know. So that's really important. Okay, so let's find a comfortable seated position, sit tall, and then just take a couple more kind of grounding breaths. So lengthen your spine, and if you have a cushion to sit on, that might feel really good. So when we're together here, we can do a little more kind of like pranayama. So that's the second limb of yoga, or the third limb. No, I'm sorry, the fourth limb, right? The breath control, breath restraint. And because of the world right now and wanting to wear masks, a lot of pranayama that we would usually do, we shouldn't do together because we don't want like spit to get everywhere in our breath. So we're going to do a couple pranayama exercises that we wouldn't do together, so we can do that online and be separate and safe. So sitting nice and tall, lengthen your spine so there's plenty of space in your torso, through your ribs and through your lungs, to breathe deeply. Good. And if at all possible, if your computer's kind of down, if you're looking down, if you could lift it or just not look, so that your neck spine is really long as well. And bring your attention down into your hips and soften your hips, let them relax. And then bring your attention to the base of the spine. And on your inhale, breathe up the length of your spine. Inhale, 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 up to the crown of the head. And from the crown of the head, exhale down the length of your spine, all the way to the bottom. Inhale from the base of the spine all the way up. And exhale from the top of the spine all the way down. And then just continue with that breathing. So this is called Sushumna breath. Inhale, base of the spine, all the way to the top. Exhale, top of the spine, all the way to the bottom. So just having your attention be on that energy channel and let your breath connect to that place. Breathing in and letting go. 2 more like that. Continue to sit tall. And then open your eyes. And we're going to do some lion's breath. So for a lion's breath, you breathe in through your nose, and then on your exhale, you open your mouth and you stick your tongue out and go. So I've said this a lot of times, and I'll say it again. When we lengthen the inhale, when the inhale is longer than the exhale, it helps with like being tired or boredom. And when we lengthen the exhale, that helps with more relaxation and calming. So most of the time we want to lengthen our exhale. And by doing this lion's breath, lengthening the exhale, we're sticking our tongue out and really focusing on that. So sitting nice and tall, take a deep breath in. Exhale, stick your tongue out, lion's breath. And you can kind of make a big noise. I know it might feel kind of weird and awkward. Just do it. It feels great. Take a deep breath in. Lion's breath. Good. One more deep breath in. Stick your tongue out. Exhale. Good. And then let that go. Our next pranayama breathing we're going to do is called alternate nostril breath. So bring your left hand onto your lap or whatever you have going on into chin mudra. So first finger and thumb, just like this. And then your right hand, you're going to come into Vishnu mudra. So your first 2 fingers will go between your eyebrows. And you're going to just block your opposite nostril with your thumb and your baby fingers. So sitting nice and tall, place your right thumb on your right nostril and exhale out through the left. Then inhale through the left. And then block your left nostril and hold. Exhale through the right, lift your thumb. Inhale right. Block the right and hold. Exhale left. Inhale. Block the left, hold. Exhale right. Inhale right. Block the right and hold. Exhale left. Inhale left. Block the left, hold. Exhale right. And then lower your right hand down. Bring both hands in chin mudra, first finger and thumb. And then breathe deeply and evenly in and out both nostrils. Lift through your spine, lift tall through the crown of the head, and just notice. So that breath is supposed to be very calming, kind of balancing off both sides of the body, both sides of the brain, connecting that kind of superhighway between the sides, helping the body work together better. Now see if you can move into Samavriti breathing, which just means the same length. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale and exhale. And see if you can tap into a place of quiet, of meditation. So meditation isn't getting the mind very quiet and still, turning off the thoughts. But what meditation is listening to the thoughts, really tuning in, and then starting to maybe use the breath to control the mind. So that if we're having unpleasant thoughts or racing thoughts, we can really anchor everything and let everything get still, let it settle. So notice here. Maybe you inhale for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4, and then exhale 4, 3, 2, 1, and just keep going like that. Being longer or shorter if you want. So strengthening the ability to get still, to be calm and quiet. And that's what our yoga practice really teaches us, to pay attention to the fluctuation of the mind, of the thoughts. Where are you right now in your breath cycle? And where is your mind right now? Keep coming back, keep coming back. And even if there's busyness around you, see if you can stay really centered. So being able to tap into a place of quiet and peace and strength, even among chaos and busyness and distraction. So being like a strong, stable tree in the middle of a tornado, everything could be whirling and swirling around you, but you are stable and steady and calm, no matter what life might throw at you. Being able to be flexible, to roll with the punches, to pivot. in this place of stillness, of meditation. Maybe you can connect to kind of your deepest longing, what it is you might want to kind of cultivate for your life. That you're working on right now. What really needs to be your focus, whether it's organization, accountability, your schoolwork, friendships, sports, kind of whatever means the most to you. And maybe just take some time to reflect on that. Certain relationships, your family, maybe there's something that needs to be healed. Maybe there's something that needs to be released. See if you can get comfortable in this seated position. Sit up a little taller. Relax your neck and your shoulders. Relax your hips. See if you can create a little more length along the spine. So lifting your head back in line with your spine. See if you can breathe down into the belly. And on this first day of fall, maybe just now as we start to close, think about what you'd like this season and this season of your life to look like. What you want to bring in, what you want to release, who you want to be, and how you want to show up. One more big breath here. And then hands come to the heart, palms touch. And just deep gratitude once more for this body, this breath, this practice, and the ability to get calm. Namaste. So I hope everyone's meditation this morning went well as well. A little reflective meditation and journaling. I'll see you all on Thursday, either at school in person or on Zoom. And then next week will be our last week. So great job, everyone. And I'll see you on Thursday. Bye.